When I started editing this video, even if it's a vlog, I realized that it's kind of boring. I was like wondering, would people see this kind of videos just to work out, etc.? And please let me know in the comment, because I will probably change the style if it's boring, but please let me know, because I understand. So when I started my channel, my intent was to create some videos with the main point to talk about my journey, my development journey, where I was growing up, becoming another person, a better person, my business journey, my travels, etc. No fancy editing, etc. But then I immediately realized that people were not interested. I mean, I understand that it's YouTube, that requires times like months, even years in order to sometimes explode, etc. But this one was not the main point. The main point is I didn't have like a structure, because even if it's vlogging, there is something that characterizes the vlogging style. And I realized that something was missing just this morning when I was editing a video a couple of days ago about just a simple extra boring trading session. Link is above. And basically I realized that why should people see those contents? Because, you know, I started vlogging thinking, okay, at some point my channel will blow up, etc. But no, even the vlogging style has something that people find attractive, and it can be like just some gossiping, and I don't like this kind of style, but can be even educational. For example, some Sulek, I realized later on, is not just unedited content where he's just training, working out, etc. No, he is sharing not only his life experience, he's sharing his knowledge day after day. That's the main point. So it's very, very different from what I thought at the beginning. And I was just talking about my life, so kind of gossiping style, but my life is very boring, not interesting, so I don't think many people can find this interesting. So I will probably switch to something else. So basically I was doing boring stuff, and that's okay. I needed just to get a point, and I realized just then that every day I need to share something that is useful to other people, because this point is missing. Because I can share my boring life, etc. But people, why should people follow me? Every day is almost the same, and there is no point to look the same stuff over and over again, right? So I realized this morning that basically what I need to do is just shifting to a more educated, a more educational content creation, basically, or a more educational point of view. So basically sharing contents that are kind of useful for other people while vlogging my life. That's the point. So maybe sharing some insights, etc. Until my channel, of course, will grow a bit. At that point, maybe my life could be more interesting for other people point of view. That's the point. And probably this realization I had this realization even at the beginning of the year, probably, but I don't know, I lost the sight of it, for the simple reason that you know, like in the gym, you start something, you don't see results, and you feel like you will never get those stuff. So I was kind of demotivated, I gave up, etc. But I realized that everything in life, so can be fitness, can be YouTube, can be anything in life, works in a simple way. You need to work, fail, 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 repeat, work hard, harder and harder and harder, till one point something changes. And this was the point. Even with the gym, when I started, I was just going, not seeing results, of course getting discouraged, but I kept going, and this was the secret. So I kept going to the point that one day I was like, oh, something is popping up. YouTube is the same. You start to produce content, no one cares. You start to continue, you continue to post content, no one will care again. But someday, one day, something will blow up, and suddenly you become like interesting. You have something interesting for other people, and maybe at that point you can relax just a little bit more, because maybe for other people your channel is already more interesting because you have big numbers. I don't know, but this was probably the main point. And yes, of course, the training session. And let me tell you one thing, if my channel will one day blow up, and I'm very confident it will, it's just thanks to the gym, thanks to the delayed gratification, because, you know, how am I so confident about this? Not to being arrogant, but because basically in life you need to put effort, and you need to expect failure consistently. But effort after effort, basically something will happen. Like in the gym, everyone goes in the gym like expecting results after, I don't know, 15 days, 30 days, 3 months. They want to change their whole life, the whole body in 3 months after they being out of shape for years. And this is the problem. They give up. I was giving up just because they cannot basically be patient enough to wait for the results. This is the main problem. And like I said, this was the same for me, but thanks to the gym, thanks to the coaching and everything, this is what I learned. You need to put effort for a long amount of time without expecting anything back, at least at the beginning. Then if 4 years something doesn't work, of course, you need to change something. If you're still not having any results, basically, it can be even that you're doing something wrong, and repeating something wrong for a longer amount of time maybe is not the best idea. Maybe it's something to change, yeah.
Save some weight for us too, bro.
Yeah.
You need to save some weight for us.
And yes, basically, I learned in the gym. You need to do the work every day. I mean, not every day, but you do the work, going to the gym, doing the workout, following the diet, and everything in a boring way for a certain amount of time. And yeah, in the gym you have the pump, because you look in the mirror, you see, okay, look, today I'm looking good, etc. But you still don't see those results, because then you come back home and you are like, I'm point zero again, ground floor again. And maybe with the YouTube or the stuff in life, you can start to think about the future, like a kind of pump. You go to the mirror, you see, like, okay, maybe one day I will be this way. Like the pump is like a few months ahead, let's say, maybe some years, depending on the condition. And with the YouTube channel can be the same. maybe in this way you can change your perspective and keep going, because it's demotivating not having any results for a long amount of time. And maybe this way, like with some fantasy, you start to visualize, and this can help you keep going on your journey. This is the secret. In fact, something that I realized with the time is that some successful people, lots of successful people, basically, are even in a good shape. In the past effort, because they had money, etc. So it's kind of easy. But to be honest, lots of business people, now that I'm in the business world, they have a fucking busy life. You can't even imagine. When I was working probably 60 hours a week in a normal job, I had more free time compared to what I have now. And it sounds strange because now it's like I'm not working, but still I'm doing much more. The real difference was, though, the discipline, because in order to have success in a business or in other aspects of your life, you need to be disciplined. And if those kinds of people are disciplined, they are more likely to be focusing even on the health part of life. So even in the gym, nutrition, because it's boring, it's not something fun. And when you start to do this, like not even asking why, you start to have good results, even for your health. You should take care of your health anyway, always. But yeah. So for example, what I learned is that even with the physique, at some point last year I reached my ideal physique, and then I kind of gave up because I was thinking, okay, now I can dedicate more time to my business. And this was my mistake, because you can't live an area of your life like that. You need to always focus on that. Yeah, maybe you can take it easy, of course, but you still need to keep going. What to say? For example, now I need to restart my diet. It's very simple. I know I need to be patient every day, caloric deficit, or by the way, on the long term caloric deficit. Boring meals, maybe, you can make it more fun, but what's the point? It's still food, you need to take care of your body, that's it. And with the time you will have results. And the same will be for YouTube, for my business. Now it's difficult because I never done before. But at some point I will do this, it will be like automatic, like it's for the fitness for me. So yeah. My main concern right now is how to structure those videos, because the point is the structure. Yeah, I can do like talking videos, some Surek style, but I want even to explain something in a more visual way, because I know, like, I am a visual thinker, a visual learner, and I know how they help a lot, these kind of people like me. I want to see what to do, what to not do. I want to have like kind of structure. So probably I will do a mix of them, because I like to vlog as well. So yeah, that's it. Okay, the session is done. Let's say it was a very lazy session, so I can't consider this a session. But as you see, this is the secret, is the consistency, not a single session. It's the consistency over time. That's the difference. I was talking with a guy that basically is based on a carnivore diet mainly, but his problem was the opposite, so gaining weight. He always been skinny, so yeah. And what to say? What I said to him is like, you can eat whatever you want basically, and the point is that is the quantity that makes the difference, because nowadays we are just focused on the type of food, the quality of food, this and that, and then sometimes we forget about the quantity, because people who are trying to lose weight normally, some of them they eat even very healthy, but the quantity is too much. And in this case, it was the opposite. So he wanted to gain weight, but the quantity was insufficient. And probably I will need to do even some videos about this topic. But yeah, I will do. Because you can eat literally whatever you like. You can just eat sugars. I mean, maybe not just sugars, but you know, or you can be totally against sugar stuff, or you know, the flours, this kind of stuff. Doesn't matter. If you know the basics of nutrition, you will have your results. That's the real point, and you just need to understand what are the key points of nutrition. So the caloric amount, always the base. And there is like a video that I did, I will put somewhere on top. And yeah, so the caloric amount is probably the most important part. Doesn't matter the diet. If you want to lose weight, eat less. If you want to gain weight, eat more. Easy peasy. In fact, sometimes I have some periods where I just chill down and take what's coming in my mind. Because, you know, when you know the stuff, it's very easy. Chocolate. For example, I never mix chocolate in any way and form. Easy. Ooh. Probably the most important thing that I realized is that, like for the diet, it needs to be enjoyable. Because if it's enjoyable, it's sustainable. So this would be the main focus for me.